David knew and feared God. Kasi remember, David was not fighting for himself. Ako yung kalaban sa kanya para lahat ng tao malaman yung pangalan ko. Hindi naman, that's not the reason why David fought Goliath. Okay. How do I know that? Well, if you go to 1 Samuel 17, ito po yung speech ni David kay Goliath. Sabi niya, "You came against me with sword and spear and javelin." Oh, tatlo pa pala. "But I come against you in the what?
In the name of the Lord Almighty,
the God of the armies of Israel, whom you defy." Verse 46, "This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." Sino daw mag-deliver?
Lord.
Hindi hindi, sa ang pag-iisip ni David is not na ako, I will overpower you. No. He believes na mananalo siya because ibibigay siya ng Panginoon sa kanya. So, sinong tumalo kay Goliath?
The Lord.
Si Lord, hindi si David. "And I'll strike you down and I'll cut off your head." Sunod, "This very day, I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and para daw what?
And the whole world will know
that there is a God
in Israel."
So kita natin yan. Again, hindi siya nang away para sipting nyo. He's not aura farming, okay? Yung tingnan nyo, ang galing-galing ko. No, he wanted to fight Goliath kasi tinutuya niya yung he is defying the God of Israel. He wants the world to know that the God of Israel is the only God. Okay, verse 47. "All those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves." Basahin mo natin together yung dulo.
For the battle is the Lord's, and He will give all of you into His
hands. Kanina we learned na we should trust in God's calling. We learned po that trusting in God's blessing does not make you proud and complacent. It should make us
humble and bold.
Humble and bold. Parang sometimes sa mundo, parang hindi yun pwedeng mangyari. Kasi usually, yung mga bold, hindi humble.
True.
Di ba? Yung mga bold, hindi humble. Yung mga humble, hindi bold. Pero alam niyo po, when you really believe and you trust na you are being blessed by God, when you really believe that God's favor is on you, na may pakay siya, so He's going to provide for what I need so I can do this, it makes you those two things. God's blessing makes us humble kasi alam natin na wala tayong kayang gawin mag-isa. And God's blessing makes us bold, hindi yung malamya, kasi alam natin na hindi yung pangalan natin yung nakataya dito. It's God's name. That's why guys, I wanna tell you yung mga days na gusto nyo mag-give up, sometimes sasabihin ng mga tao, ayoko mag-give up kasi yung kaaway ko, masasabi mo na sometimes motivating yun, di ba?
Yes.
Pero how much more motivating is it? Yung sa Psalms, yung psalmist, they will say, "Lord, do not allow me to fail." So, kasi yung mga enemies ko magdidiwang, sabihin nila, wala kang kapangyarihan. Ganun po tayo, "Lord, help me. Help me so that people will know that you are God, that you are in my life." Yes, that's true. God's blessing should make you very bold.
Okay.
Maybe today,
Amen.
you are facing Goliath. Sino po may Goliath? Oh, may isa lang. Baka naman kayo si Elia, what are you doing here? Sinong mag-aalaga ng mga sheep? Guys, Goliaths are meant to be faced. And God provides what we need, but we need to trust and we need to obey. Can I hear an amen?
Amen.
Now, dun po sa dulo, just before David becomes king, we go to the part where it's a little bit strange. Because si King Saul starts to, inaaway niya si David, di ba? So after David slays Goliath, okay, kala mo, super popular na ni David eh. Love na love siya ng mga people, wow. Talagang, iba pa sa, di ba sa Pilipinas, kapag panalo ka sa reality show, parang, oh, everybody knows you. Tapos may part in your life na parang, You're so popular, everybody likes you. Si David, he becomes very popular. And so, ang naging effect is na si Saul, naselos. His fear and jealousy of David grew to the point where si Saul, he tries to kill him. Again and again. Many times, many ways. Nag-succeed ba si Saul?
No.
No, kasi naging happy si David. So,
True.
hindi siya nag-succeed. Okay? Now, what you may not know is na because Saul tried to kill David many times, si David had to run for his life. So, hindi po siya, he had to live in the wilderness. Some scholars say he ran for his life for 13 years.
Oh,
13 years.
13.
Remember, inanoint siyang maging hari. The would-be king of Israel is living in the wilderness. Now, laktaw po tayo sa 1 Samuel 24. Someone tells Saul kung saan nagtatago si David. And itong si Saul, he's so excited, he brings 3,000 able young men to look for David.
Oh,
Tingin nyo, welcoming mission yun.
no.
Balik natin siya sa bahay natin. Ganun ba yun?
No.
No, this is not a welcoming mission. This is search and destroy. He wants to kill him. He wants to destroy him. Now, nangyari lang na one night natutulog si Saul in a cave, and David and his men are also in the same cave. Wow! Galing, no? Yung, imagine mo kung sa movie to, we are also here. Ganyan. Now, ito, interesting. Nung natutulog ni si Saul, sabi ng mga kasama ni David sa kanya, okay, pakita mo. Sabi ng kasamahan ko ni David, ha, this is the day the Lord spoke of when He said to you, I will give your enemy into your hands for you to deal with.
As you wish.
Hindi
Grabe.
mo sinabi yan ng Panginoon? Now, instead of killing him, si David, he cuts off, nakita niyo, he cuts off a corner of Saul's robe. At hindi na siya pinatay. And then, we go to 1 Samuel 24 verse 8. And this is what happens. Then David went out of the cave and he called out to Saul. Sabi natin together?
My Lord,
Lord,
the King.
Oh, grabe ah. Not my Lord na big L. It's small L. My Lord, the
My,
King. Wow. May respeto pa rin si David kay Saul, di ba?
mm.
When Saul looked behind him, David bowed down and prostrated himself with his face to the ground. And David said to Saul, why do you listen when men say David is bent on harming you? Bakit ka nakikinig sa kanila? Verse 10, this day you have seen with your own eyes how the Lord delivered you into my hands in the cave. Some urged me to kill you, but I spared you. I said, basahin na together?
I will not lay my hand on my Lord, because he is the Lord's anointed.
So, tandaan niyo yan, ha? Si David, ino-joke siya na, sige, patay siya.
Pagkakataon.
Ganyan mo naman siya, natutulog pa nga, wow, grabe. But sabi ni David, no, I'm not gonna do that, because he is the Lord's
Anointed.
Verse 11, see my father. Oh, my father pa ang tawag sa kanya. Kasi, nag-asawa na ba siya? Hindi pa. Look at this piece of your robe in my hand. I cut off the corner of your robe but did not kill you. See that there is nothing in my hand to indicate that I am guilty of wrongdoing or rebellion. I have not wronged you, but you are hunting me down to take my life.
Oh.
So parang sinasabi niya, bakit mo ko inaaway? Hindi naman kita inaaway. Ganun. Nako, verse 12, sabi niya, ito na yung grabe na to. May the Lord judge between you and me. And may the Lord avenge the wrongs you have done to me. But
My hand will not touch. Oh.
Grabe. Now, alam niyo po,